place. Senate Republicans introduced a bill last week with Democratic support that would cap cash bonds at 25% of individuals' monthly income. The Ohio Supreme Court has previously said that non-cash bonds must be judges' first choice when considering bail conditions. Eric Brown, ONN News.
And I'm Dave James on the Ohio News Network.
Calls and conversations continue in less than 3 minutes as the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe continues after this.
Introducing our new redesigned 7 News app. Our new app features a sleek, modern design, an easy-to-navigate home screen with quick access to local news content and a localized weather forecast. Subscribing to notifications is easier, and with one tap, you have access to recent push notifications. There are more ways to watch and find video. To get the new WTRF 7 News app, just update the latest version or download the WTRF 7 News app in your Apple or Google Play Store by searching WTRF.
Quaker Steak and Lube at the Highlands is the perfect place to relax after a long day. Happy hour from 3 to 6 Monday through Friday. Get $2 off appetizers, $3 off domestic drafts, and house wine specials. Quaker Steak and Lube, voted Best Wings USA. Quaker Steak and Lube at the Highlands with another steal of a deal. Get a steak burger and fries all day Monday for only $8.99. It's also Military Mondays. The Lube will take 25% off for all veterans, active duty military, and first responders. Quaker Steak and Lube, voted Best Wings USA.
Does your dog need groomed or walked? Are you looking for a pet sitter or dog boarding options? If so, call Dirty Paws, Wheeling's newest pet care service, providing the Ohio Valley with everyone's pet care needs. Check us out on Facebook at Dirty Paws WHG or call 304-639-7754.
Hello, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm the Storm Tracker, Darnell Foster, with a look at your local weather forecast for your Monday. Look for a few scattered showers and thunderstorms, otherwise mostly cloudy with a daytime high near 80 degrees. A few scattered showers and storms through the overnight, with temperatures down to about 60 for the low. Mostly cloudy skies for your Tuesday, with highs in the upper 80s. Have yourself a great day, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster.
The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of this station or its sponsors.
Are you excited?
No.
Don't you remember what today is?
What is it again?
National Brothers Day.
What in the world's that for?
My brother.
Brothers.
You had another brother?
Yeah. Yes, I do. Brother from another mother?
That's awesome. I'll cook up a playlist.
What's up, my brother?
What an electric start. Fantastic show.
Who cares? Yeah, who cares?
Bro!
It's showtime.
News, information, conversation, controversy, and fun. This is the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe.
67 degrees, Wheeling, Ohio County Airport, 67 here at the home studios, and 67 at the Robinson Auto Group Studios, downtown Wheeling, in the heart of the Ohio Valley. It's not raining right now. It's foggy outside, overcast outside. I did open the door and take a peek out the window, and deck is wet, so I guess it must have rained this morning, but it's not raining right now. We're looking for some patchy showers possible on and off throughout the morning. Look for scattered showers and even maybe a stray thunderstorm this afternoon. Very muggy, high dew point. The muggy meter will be out today. Looking for a high right around 80 today. Tomorrow better, 87. I don't know if better is the right word. Tomorrow sunnier, all sunny primarily tomorrow, and also a lot warmer, 87 for tomorrow. But right now, 67, foggy and overcast as we get underway into the third hour of the show. Coming up tomorrow, well, today, I guess today is the first Vax-A-Million drawing in Ohio, Biff. But they're going to draw the drawing today. This is for the people who have been registered with their COVID shot, and they live in Ohio, and the governor's idea of trying to motivate people to get a shot because they'll be eligible for the big lottery drawing, $1 million, 5 of them, over the next 5 weeks, and also the possibility of a full ride scholarship. I guess the drawing is today, but they won't announce the winner till Wednesday. I'm confused about that, but that's apparently the case. But the drawing will be held today, the first of the Vax-A-Million drawings. However, there are some Ohio legislators who do not want the Vaximilion drawing to go on. And they have proposed legislation, which they're trying to fast track. We will talk more about that tomorrow. Tyler Buchanan from the Ohio Capitol Journal will join us to talk about what the objection is by some Republican leaders in Columbus over Vaximilion. Also, later this week, we'll talk to an old friend of ours, Biffy, Mario Armstrong. I love Mario. He's got so much energy, he wears me out in a short interview. He's kind of a tech guru. And we'll talk about technology gifts for dad and grad, because graduation day's coming, Father's Day's coming, tech gift ideas. Mario's got to look at that. And are we ready, we who work from home, are we ready to go back to the office? I can tell you the short answer is a lot of people are not. And there's a conflict brewing because a lot of businesses are going, oh, yes, you are. And there's a research team out of the University of Massachusetts that's done some studying of this, and we're going to talk about that coming up later this week as well. So I got a lot to do over the course of the week. All the news of the day every day, and stories that we don't even predict right now will come up and make a big story as well. It's 9:12 on the Watchdog Morning Show. It is a warm day. It's been a hot week last week. Going to be a warm week this week. Memorial Day is coming. We just talked about Road Trip Day. Friday is National Road Trip Day. Memorial Day weekend is here. Wheeling Park's pool opened up this weekend. And to me, at least, that means summer is here.
In the summertime, when the weather is hot, you can stretch right up and touch the sky. When the weather's fine, you got women on your mind.
I'm thinking this is not the politically correct song.
Go out and see what you can find. If a daddy's rich, take her out for a meal. If a daddy's poor, just do what you feel. Speed along the lane, you can turn or return at 25.
Yeah, now that I think about it, it's definitely not a politically correct song.
You can make it good at 25.
Oh, the songs that the day of my youth, if were just fun songs, you know? If her daddy's rich, take her out for a meal. If her daddy's not, do what you feel. That seemed like really fun and happy teenage love back in my day. Oh, now there'll be whole blogs written about it. Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah. If there aren't already.
Oh, there probably are. There probably all the old summer songs, because they're all about, you know, teen love and going to the beach and wake up, little Susie. And, you know. They're just wiping out my youth. They're just wiping out my youth. I guess my youth was bad, I guess, in the eyes of some people. But I love summer. I'm a huge summer fan. The 100 Days of Summer will officially begin next week here on the Watchdog Morning Show. I love to call it that. No, we don't do anything special for it, but I just love to call it the 100 Days of Summer. Exactly 100 days between Memorial Day and Labor Day. The 100 days of glorious summer. So they're coming up soon. A couple of surveys here I thought were kind of interesting. 60% of the Americans surveyed say last summer didn't count. I get that. It was like, it really wasn't summer, was it? It was just you're stuck in your house, maybe sitting on your deck or your front porch, but that was it. So one of the things that we want to do this year, 2/3 of the people surveyed say they intend to make this summer a really big summer. Biffy, got any summer plans? I mean, what are the things you would like to do to make summer in your mind?
Go to the beach.
Go to the beach. That's the number one answer of everybody. 42% of the people surveyed, far and away, the number one answer, they want to go to the beach. And I was telling our guest last hour, Brian Ferguson from the Pilot Company, you know, my wife and I have not been to the beach for a number of years. We've had great trips. We're doing another great trip this fall, back on the Uniglobe rides again. We're going to be heading out to the west. We're going to be traveling on the Rocky Mountain Express. We're going to be the Rocky Mountaineer, I think it's called. We're going to be going to, I think, 4 different national parks. I love that stuff. I love it. But, man, I just want to go to the beach. And you and I have talked about it many, many times, Biffy. get up, have breakfast, go to the beach, lay around all day, maybe find a place to have lunch or take lunch with you. When it's dinner time, get up, go in, have dinner, a few drinks, go to sleep, start over again tomorrow.
That's the week. That's it.
That's it. Oh, God, I love it. One of my best friends is in Hilton Head this week, just texted me last night that he's got into their condo. Man, I would love to do that. So number one answer of what people want to do this summer is beach night. Let's take a look at the top 10, going with number 10 to begin with. Number 10, 24% said they're looking forward to game nights. Huh. I assume that means like, card games or...
Family games, maybe?
Family games or stuff. It hardly seems like a summer thing, but I get that in some cases many people haven't been with their families for so long that a family game night is in itself a pretty big deal. Number 9, certainly Teddy would like this, water games, squirt guns, water balloons, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, all the inflatables and whatever else.
Exactly. Yep, absolutely. And that's kind of fun. We have, I don't think his parents were too happy. We bought one of those, what are they called? Super soakers for Teddy for his birthday.
I had one of them when I was little.
One of those giant ones that, you can almost put a whole swimming pool in it. So around and squirt everybody, yeah. And, his mom is always saying, now, Teddy, don't squirt people. And then Granddad's going, go ahead and get Grandma. Squirt your mom. Which is why my daughter-in-law rolls her eyes at me an awful lot. Number 8 on the list of top 10 things people want to do for the summer, a movie night. Again, I don't know that it's necessarily a summer activity unless you're going to do outdoor movies. And I don't know, Wheeling Park, prior to the pandemic, was doing drive-in movies at the park, in the parking lot. And they actually did dive-in movies at the pool as well. I don't know if they're going to do that this year or not. I haven't seen anything about that. They are doing this Flashback Friday stuff every Friday during summer at Wheeling Park, but I haven't seen movies there. I know there are going to be riverfront movie nights at the Heritage Port. I don't have, looking around here, I do someplace, but I don't have a list of what they're going to be showing yet. But movie nights, number 8. Number 7, what we talked about last hour with Brian Ferguson from the Pilot Company. Friday is National Road Trip Day. The number 7 thing that people want to do this summer is take a road trip. And I'm in for that. I'd love a good road trip, Biffy.
Nothing wrong with that.
Whether it's just a one day up to Amish country and back, or an overnight or a weekend, someplace
weekend getaway
and back. Yeah, what's that?
Go on a weekend getaway.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just that would, just get in the car and go. And I've never done this. I've never done this, but I would love to do a road trip where I don't really know or care where I'm going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just get in the car
and go.
Go. Just go. And see where it takes you. I love that idea. Number 6 on the top 10 things that people want to do this summer, camping in the backyard. I keep telling Teddy that Granddad will put up the tent. I have a tent. Put a tent up in the backyard and we'll go camping. And the rest of my family laughs. You're going to go out camping? When you get on the ground, Granddad, how will you get up? Well, that's an issue for a different day. Teddy was in his room this past weekend, and we were down at his house, and I went in and sat with him. He was in his beanbag chair watching YouTube on his TV set. Yes, feel free to criticize me. He's got a TV in his room. He's only 6. I know. Go ahead and send me nasty emails. So Granddad came in and sat. I said, I'm going to get in. And he was smart enough. Granddad, what are you doing? I said, I'm going to get down here in the beanbag chair with you. Granddad, you can't get in the... Oh, you're in the beanbag chair. So we watched for half an hour or so, and I said, well, Granddad's going to get up. Obviously, Granddad couldn't get up. And I bless his little heart, this little 6-year-old kid, he comes over, and he puts his arms all around me, Biff, and tries to lift me up.
Oh, jeez.
I will help you, Granddad. I will pick you up. Oh, Daddy, it's not that easy. It's not that easy. His mom and my wife were in the other room, I was on the floor trying to get up. I got halfway up a couple of times, my knees buckled. I screamed, I'm falling! Eventually I got up and I said, did anybody hear me? I was screaming in there. Oh, no, we were talking. Anyway, camping in the backyard is number 6. Number 5, visiting relatives. Again, a lot of folks have not been able to do that for a year, so I get that. Number 4, and I like this idea, we're going to try and do this for Teddy, a pool day. People, just a pool day. Just go to the pool.
Yeah.
Just hang out at the pool. That's a great idea.
That was always fun.
You know, Wheeling Park, Ogilvy Park, Bar Camp, the beach is over there, a good place to go. Of course, the city pools are opening on June the 5th. All of that is pretty good. Just a pool day. I used to love going to the Wheeling Park pool when I was a kid, and when I was a young adult too.
We lived at
Not
the.
been there for a long time.
We lived at the Benwood pool.
Yeah, the Benwood pool is another big one. Absolutely. Used to have dances down there too, didn't they?
I think they did.
Around the Benwood pool, I think they did. My Marshall County and friends would know that and have told me about that. Let's see, that's number 4. Number 3, going camping. Again, that sounds like a great idea. I'm not going to do it, but it sounds like a great idea. Many years ago, long before I was married, I was dating a girl, and I said, hey, maybe we should go camping. And she gave me a line that I remember all the time. She said, you know what my idea of camping is? I said, no, what? She said, the Yellowstone Hilton.
Okay.
I get you. Number 2, people are looking for the barbecues. I am looking for that in the backyard as well. Might even have one this weekend for Memorial Day. And then the number 1 thing, as we mentioned, the number 1 thing people are looking for is a beach day. So I don't know what your plans are for the summertime, but those are some things that the Americans are thinking about as summer is rapidly coming upon us. Just a simple road trip, just a simple dip in the pool, or a nice long vacation someplace.
Cook
Get off to the
out.
beach. Any of those work for me, Biffy.
Nice cookout. I mean, it's getting that time of the year. Almost cookout season.
Yep. Again, probably thinking about maybe this weekend, firing up the grill just here at home on the deck and maybe having some friends over and hot dogs and hamburgers. My wife will tell me I can't have them. I'll say, yes, I can. It's Memorial Day. I'm going to have them.
Little corn on the cob.
I'll make sure there's a lot of friends around so that she can't hit me.
You just want witnesses, don't you?
Exactly right. Absolutely right. And she won't steal my hot dog probably if there are people around. So hopefully we'll do that. And I'm thinking before Friday too. I am thinking, Biff. I've not yet done it. I've done it one time for reasons, but I'm thinking this may be the week I'm going to go out to lunch. Actually, go out, get together with friends or a friend or a couple of friends or what have you, and go somewhere and have lunch. Haven't done it for over a year. I think it might be time. The mask is off. The guidelines are relaxed. I'm vaccinated. Everybody is feeling good about things. I think I'm thinking about doing that. Hey, speaking of food, we talked about cicadas last week with Brian Lovett from WVU, and there are some cicada recipes that I want to get to coming up in a minute or two. Cicada recipes. I said yesterday, one of the folks at my Dillonvale church I was preaching yesterday. Afterwards, we were talking about cicadas, and one of the parishioners said, "I like the crunch." Okay, all right then. I'm not so sure, but we'll give you some cicada recipes coming up in a minute. But first, here at 9:25 on the Watchdog Morning Show, who is this, Biffy?
Junior from Whipkey Heating and Air.
Oh, Whipkey, yeah, Whipkey Plumbing, Heating and Air. Yeah, Junior. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Harold. This is a radio show there, you know.
Yeah.
And heard you had AC problems. I'll be right out there. I'll give you $69.95. I'll give it a quick check for you. Get her up and running.
Well, no, we don't really need that help anymore, Junior. I appreciate it, and I'm a very big fan of Whipkey, and you guys do a wonderful job. But I really don't need a repairman or anything anymore.
Did you fix it on your own?
Not exactly on my own, but I had one of my progeny told me. Now, I don't know if you know this, Junior, if this is standard fare for the heating and air conditioning business or not. Did you know there's an on switch?
Don't tell me you're one of them that didn't turn it on.
Well, I thought when it got hot, it just cooled things down. I didn't know you had to turn it on.
I like them service calls. $69.95. Flip that switch. Here you go, bitch.
Well, Junior, I appreciate your compassion and your thought and the great deal that you got there at $69.95. But I think I got away with just 4 bologna sandwiches for my son instead. So I think I got the better deal.
Well, you know, I think, could you just turn your man card in then? I mean, that was just, Teddy would probably know what to do.
Sadly. He would? Sadly. You're probably right.
I got one more thing before you go. Now, don't be having that poor little kid try to pick you up. That poor kid, he get a hernia. He's going to be out there. You don't want him broken out of gasket, you know.
I told him no. I told him he can't pick her. But he's such a caring kid. He put his arms around me and tried to lift me up.
Oh,
Then he said, Granddad, I can't do it.
I tell you. He may be caring, but he ain't as smart as you let on if he thinks he can lift you.
Hey, Junior, I really appreciate your call. Thank you very much, and have yourself a delightful...
Moundsville, First Street, whipping, plumbing, heating, and cooling. We'll be there
Thank
for
you.
you.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I will say I have used Whipkey before, and they're fine people. I'm not so sure about Junior, but in general, they're fine people. Nobody told me about the on switch. I'll know better now.
Now you know. Now you know.
9:28 Watchdog Morning Show.
You know, there's variety.
Biff, I'll use the 2 cicada cuts before the news here. And let me see, I forget which is which. So I don't know which one I'm going to use first. But I will find out. Okay, Biff, it looks like 20 is a 15-second cut on tacos, and then 6 is a parody commercial. I'll use those in that order. Well, I'm looking right now. Let me see. What's 4? Maybe the early version of the same thing. Hold on, let me look and see. Yeah, that's fine. 4 is the. They repeat it down at 20. Yeah, 4, and then 6. Thank you.
vacant properties, boarded up houses, pre-foreclosures, and inherited properties. I also buy apartment buildings, rental portfolios, divorce homes. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. I look forward to solving your real estate problems today. Give me a call for an all-cash offer at 614-362-2000, 614-362-2000.
Clarington. The Watchdog is protecting your yard. Join Howard Monroe, Hoppy Kercheval, Bill DeFabio, and Big Rick for the best live and local talk in the Upper Ohio Valley and beyond. Clarington trusts the Watchdog.
We're on air, online, on video, and on demand. Find us where you like us. This is the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe.
Last week, we talked to Brian Lovett from WVU, an entomologist there, about the 17-year cicadas, the periodical cicadas, I guess they're technically called. They come out about every 17 years, give or take a few, depending on how the trees or the sap is running in the trees. I learned that on Friday. They are rising in the eastern panhandle this year, but not in our area. I understand there may be a little bit of what's called brood 10 around here. If you do see a cicada, very small amounts of them here. We will not see this the huge influx of cicadas here for another 14 years, something like that. But in the eastern panhandle, the cicadas are out and are running. So a lot of talk about cicadas all across the country this year. The Great Eastern Brood is a pretty big deal. And earlier this month, and we talked about it on Friday, a poll found that 24% of us would try cicadas as a food. Would you like to eat a cicada, Biffy?
You know what? I'd probably at least give it a try. Why not?
Give it a try?
Yeah, why not?
And see what it's like?
Yeah.
My mind tells me it probably is okay, but there's something inside me, my stomach or my tongue or something's going, I don't think I want to try that. I don't think I want that in me.
Yeah.
But it is, I won't say it's wildly popular, but there are places that do it. There's a Mexican place in Leesburg, Virginia called Cochina on the Market, and they are serving cicada tacos for a limited time. The owner says they were already serving grasshopper tacos, so adding cicadas was not that big a change, and I guess they're already a hit.
It's going to make a great taco. One of the great things about these are they're a great source of protein.
I'm snapping the wings off, which are easily done after they've been dehydrated, and then snapping the legs off, just because they're easier to eat this way.
You boil them, you bake them, after you've plucked their wings and legs off. Oh, God. Jeez, oh, please. Saute them in garlic. Garlic-flavored cicadas. And then you can top them with avocado or radishes in a verde sauce. That's what it says right here. I got the recipe right here. A verde sauce. Holy mackerel. You know, Biffy, before too long, we'll be having cicada burgers, I guess.
Looking for an alternative protein source to red meat? First, Burger King introduced the Impossible Burger, made with a plant-based protein-filled patty. Now get ready for the Cicada Burger. Yep, those pesky insects are an excellent source of protein, low fat, and they're loaded with iron.
And they're crunchy.
Order your Cicada Burger now for a limited time, because once they're gone, you'll have to wait another 17 years for them to be on the menu. The Cicada Burger. Get yours today.
Oh, nothing like that crunch. Nothing like that crunch. How about breakfast food? You can make a breakfast cereal out of it, Biffy, you know, a bowl of cicadas, nicely, with a nice bit of honey on top and some sugar. You can have a sugar cicada cereal in the morning.
Oh, yeah, that's what I want with my Sugar Rush or cicadas.
Yeah, I think I'll stick to sausage, gravy, and biscuits.
Yeah.
If I can get them. 9:35, 25 to the hour on the Watchdog Morning Show. I want to revisit just for a minute or two when we come back a story we talked about earlier today. Florida high school getting heat after editing the cleavage out of 80 plus of their female students. We'll talk a little bit more about that coming up in a minute or two. And are we ready to return to work? We're going to talk to a researcher who studied that later on this week, but I've got some statistics I want to share with you coming up in this next half hour of the show. And of course, Bob Westfall is going to join us for a look at what's being worked on at the Big 7. We're in the home stretch, but we have a lot to do before we turn things over to the statewide talk line at 10. It's 9:36, 24 before the hour right now.
The Metro News Update is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
West
championship winner in golf history. By the way, going into the tournament, he was a 200-1 long shot to win. And for his efforts, he collected $2.2 million. Hey, be safe out there. Be considerate of others. Please check on the elderly. I'm Bill DeFabio on sports, and we are the Watchdog.
Summer starts here at your Toyota dealer. So come in and save big on the car, truck, or SUV you need. Like a gas model RAV with up to $1,250 cash back. Or a Camry with up to $1,750 cash back. Or go with a Corolla and take up to $2,000 cash back. Visit buyatoyota.com for more great offers, to check out local inventory, and to find a dealer near you. You can take cash back or apply toward down payment. Offers vary for hybrid models. See your dealer for details. Offers end June 1st. Toyota. Let's go places. Summer starts here at your Toyota dealer, but where it goes is up to you. So come in and save big on the car, truck, or SUV you need to take on anything the season has in store, like a spacious Highlander or an all-wheel drive Venza hybrid, both with up to $750 cash back. Visit buyatoyota.com for more great offers, to check out local inventory, and to find a dealer near you. You can take cash back or apply toward down payment. See your dealer for details. Offers end June 1st. Toyota. Let's go places.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Are you or your loved ones facing a serious legal battle? The law office of Paul Harris wants you to know you aren't alone. Do you need someone that's not afraid to go to trial and fight for your rights? Attorney Paul Harris and his team are willing to go where most firms are not. The courtroom. With a successful track record in civil litigation, criminal defense, including tax issues and healthcare fraud, Harris Law Office will fight for their clients by offering the most aggressive representation in and out of court. Call Paul Harris at Harris Law Office for a free consultation. 304-232-5300.
WKKX and WVLY voted coolest couple in their high school yearbook.
Miss a part of the show? Want to hear a segment again? Check out our podcast page at watchdognetwork.com. The Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe continues.
Little light is shining through the window. Let me know everything's all right.
67 degrees and overcast at the Wheeling, Ohio County Airport, here at my home studios at Elm Grove, and at the Robinson Auto Group Studios downtown Wheeling in the heart of the Ohio Valley. Coming up today, 10:06, statewide talk line. Hoppy Kercheval continues on vacation, so Dave Wilson filling in for Hoppy today. And unlike Hop, who sends out a list every day of what he's talking about, I haven't got anything from Dave today, so I can't tell you what's going to be on, but I can tell you it'll be, I'm sure, intriguing and interesting, but probably not as good as Hop. Hoppy Kercheval will be back, I think, tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. He's been on a vacation for a while. So, statewide talk line at 10:06. The news from WTRF TV live at noon, as always. If you're out and about during the daytime and you want to get caught up on what's happening in the Ohio Valley, you can always tune in to WTRF TV at their noon newscast. And if you're not near a TV, listen to it on the radio right here on the Watchdog. Followed, of course, by the Bill DeFabio Variety Show. Did Bill tell us what he's working on today? I can't remember, Biffy.
Nah, he didn't tell us who he had on today. I don't know. I don't know who he's going to have on, but I'm sure he'll probably talk a little bit about Phil
Mickelson, yeah.
Phil Mickelson. Penguins Game 5 tonight, even though their series is tied at 2-2. It's really a must-win tonight for the Penguins. They don't want to go back to New York with a chance to be eliminated. And we do know the winner of that series will play Boston, who defeated the Washington Capitals in 5 games in the opening round. The Pirates, who, they gave up 17 home runs in their series against the Braves, and 7 of them were in one game that they lost 20-1 over the weekend.
Oh, jeez.
So that's your that's some of the sports stuff going on, and then whatever else Bill has thrown in today.
The Bill DeFabio Variety Show today and every weekday, right after the 12 o'clock news from Channel 7, up until 2, when Big Rick takes over. It's Big Talk with Big Rick. So that's what you can look forward to today here on the Watchdog. Quarter before the hour, we were talking about this earlier. Some parents down in St. Johns County, Florida, are upset. Bartram Trail High School already was facing some criticism. Their dress code is sexist and unfairly targets the female students when the new yearbook came out. And when the yearbook came out, a lot of parents and students were surprised because a lot of the female students, over 80 of the female students, didn't look in the yearbook the way they looked when the pictures were taken. Because they, I don't know if they actually photoshopped, but I'll use that phrase. They covered up a small bit of cleavage on some of the women, some of the ladies, some of the girls who had slightly low-cut dresses. Now, I went online. The unretouched pictures are online as well. This is not anything sexually intimidating. This is not wild cleavage. The girls aren't swinging wild, It's just a very discreet, small amount of cleavage on a low, and because the girls got dressed up. And they did a terrible job of editing it I mean, one girl has a black top on. It looks like someone took a black magic marker and just scrawled across. It's just, they didn't tell the girls ahead of time, didn't tell their parents ahead of time. And it's been a bit of a dust up. Here's a parent and a student from that high school talking about the situation.
They've completely altered her photo. It makes her chest look deformed in a way or disfigured. And now other kids are commenting in her yearbook and writing about it and making comments and jokes about it.
Guys wear like muscle shirts to school and they won't dress code them, but they'll dress code girls for wearing a tank top.
It's something that parents spend a lot of money on, and to not even have a heads up, to not even have another option was unacceptable.
Yeah, just about everything about this was wrong. They did it with that. First of all, the fact they did it was wrong because these are not inappropriate pictures. These girls are not inappropriately dressed. But they did it, even if they were, there should have been knowledge ahead of time, should have called the students and said, we don't like this. Could you put on something else? We'll take another picture. Or at the very least called and said, hey, don't be surprised when you get your yearbook, we photoshopped you. It's just wrong all the way around. And as the guy said in that little clip there, the guys at the school are not treated the same way. Now, look, I've often said women are women and men are men and vive la différence. We do treat men and women a bit differently, and I get that. But only up to a point. As the guy pointed out, the guys walk around in the school, apparently, I take his word for it, they walk around the school with the tank tops on. A woman doing that would get in trouble. The really interesting thing in this yearbook is that there are the swim team for Bartram Trail High School. The swim team had a nice picture in the yearbook, and all the guys are in Speedos. I mean, if you talk about showing skin, I mean, they showed about everything except well, Biff.
Yes.
Yes, what they didn't show. I mean, it was just a Speedo. Now, of course, they're a swim team. I don't have a problem with that. But it's just the double standard. Girls couldn't show, I mean, if it was below their neck, apparently it was too low. But these guys are in their Speedos. It's just all the way around not right. And I suspect this story will pick up some steam over the next couple of days. Going to catch some national attention, I think. And we'll probably hear more about it on ABC News and other places, and probably some of the late night shows we'll pick up on and all that kind of stuff as well. Dozen before the hour here on the Watchdog Morning Show. Speaking of late night shows, Biffy, why don't I, before I turn things over to Bob Westfall and see what they're working on at the Big 7, why don't we take a little listen? I think I had this prepared for you. Let's take a little listen to what the late night comics were talking about.
This summer, Google is opening its first ever retail store. Yeah. And since it's Google, you just walk in, they already know what you're looking for. How you doing, Dave? Yeah, we have your phone. Also, unicorns aren't real. So, hey, welcome.
Some of America's biggest dating apps, including Tinder, Hinge, and Bumble, will offer badges for singles to display their vaccination status.
That's great. The only other shot dating apps ever promoted was penicillin. So I think that's a great...
Startup airline Boom Supersonic is hoping to eventually fly passengers anywhere in the world in 4 hours or less for just $100. So get ready to fly fast and cheap on the only airline named after the sound of an explosion.
A conductor of a bullet train is facing disciplinary action after he left the controls to use the bathroom while the train was traveling at nearly 100 miles an hour. But brother, that chili was traveling at the same speed.
Some late night comics. Thought might be kind of fun just to share those with you before we kind of wrap things up this morning here on the Watchdog Morning Show. Some of the best jokes of the weekend, including SNL's Weekend Update. It's 9:50, 10 before the hour here on the Watchdog Morning Show. Later on this week, we're going to talk to a researcher at the University of Massachusetts who has done some studying on what people who are working from home want as the pandemic winds down, and whether or not they want to get back to the office, and what employees want in terms of getting people back to the office. And those two things are somewhat in conflict. And as I say, University of Massachusetts did some studying into this. We'll talk with some of the researchers about it coming up a little bit later on this morning. a poll that was out, a Harris poll that I've got to look at here. 54% of the people surveyed cite barriers preventing them from returning to the brick and mortar work locations. Among those who cite obstacles to returning to work in an in-person setting, the top three: fear of catching COVID-19. They simply prefer to work at home, or they're not yet vaccinated. But businesses are saying they want them back at work. So we'll talk about that later on. Let's talk about what the Big Seven is working on today. Bob Westphal is with us here from WTRF TV. Good morning, Bob.
Morning, Howard. How are you?
I'm good. How was your weekend? Anything exciting?
No, not my life. No. Nope, same old.
It's hanging around, huh?
Yeah, how was yours?
It was hanging around. I got down on the floor with my grandson, and I couldn't get back up. That was a problem.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, that's not good. You know, I got in his beanbag chair, and I got down there, and he said, "Granddad, you should not have done that."
Oh, really? Yeah, he knew it before you did.
He knew right away. Oh boy, this is going to be a problem. But other than that, it was a good and pleasant weekend. What do you got going on today with the Big Seven? Some exciting stuff, I'm sure. You always do.
Oh yeah, working on a couple things today. I'm hoping I'm related to the person who hit the Mega Millions the other night, $516 million.
It was hit. I didn't realize that it was already hit. Huh?
Yeah, Bucks County, Pennsylvania, outside of Philly. I think that's where that is. Hey, we're going to talk to just on the outside chance that somehow one of us actually hit the lottery. We're going to talk to Jason Haswell about smart things to do with that money. Tax investments and such like that. So we're going to talk to Jason about that on how to invest that money wisely. It's $560 million. I don't think I'm doing anything wisely, but anyway, Jason's probably got a few things to talk to us about on that. So we'll kind of explain that too. That's Danny Maris working on those stories today. Stephanie Grimley's got a couple good ones today. The Wheeling YWCA got a couple apps helping people with domestic violence and things like that, which I thought was incredibly interesting. Some apps that you can go on your phone and get help and things like that. So they're going to explain those to us today. And, of course, the annual Quick It or Ticket campaign is underway, so they're having a big presser down at the riverfront today. As you know, I think every state in the tri-state has seatbelt laws, so they are enforcing those border to border. So that is something we're carrying today. And then a lighter story that I kind of like. Comcast has awarded Lyft centers Wi-Fi to the Dream Center, Reverend Cummings, and the Bel Air Saint Salvation Army, which I think a lot of people, these are underserved. We found out how bad the Wi-Fi in this area was when the kids were trying to go to school. So maybe this will help. So that's something that I kind of like. I like that's a great upgrade. So
that's good. I knew that Comcast was offering those kinds of grants and stuff, but I didn't realize we were getting local. So I'm really intrigued to hear more about that.
Yeah, so the North Wheeling Community Center and the Salvation Army of Bel Air, they're called Lift Zones. It's Wi-Fi, so these centers are expected to help hundreds of low-income students get online. Like I said, you know how tough it was. We did so many stories about kids that were honor students the year before while they were going to school, and having to work with the Wi-Fi and stuff like that, and their grades just tumbled. So this is a great story. Of course, Zach and Dr. Dave will be following up on weather. Sports, Phil Mickelson yesterday.
Score one for the old guys.
Yeah, but you know what? We're older than he is.
I know.
But, I mean, I sit there, I heard an old guy wins there, and I'm thinking he's still younger than I am. So anyway, it was great. The crowds are awesome. So I'm sure Scott will have a follow up to that today as well. So a little bit of everything today. So we're just following up to see what we're doing. So that's what we got.
Sounds good.
I do want to
Folks can find everything at noon, 5, 6, 10, 11, 5:30 statewide show. And, of course, exciting always at WTRF.com where all the news is, but also Johnny Lynch has some interesting stories and intriguing little tidbits that I always find interesting as well.
And I did want to remind everybody about the Ohio Valley job fair that's coming up, the Job and Career Fair, Wheeling Park Ice Rink, June 10th, 11 to 5. The list of potential employers continues to grow. We've got everybody in there from Marshall County Schools, Ogilvy, Russell Nesbitt. So I know unemployment is kind of questionable right now. If you're looking for a job, June 10th, Wheeling Park Ice Rink, we got your number. So, check it out.
Sounds good. June the 10th, circle that on your calendar. And it's always interesting to me how people show up for job fairs,
Yeah.
They show up dressed for success, or do they show up thinking it's just I don't know, thinking they're going to, it's at the skating rink, or they think they're going skating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we've covered them since the beginning, and we've had a little bit of both, so it's always interesting. But yeah, June 10th.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. People can check out your Facebook page as well. There's always good stuff there. And as I said, WTRF.com is where all of it resides throughout the day until you hit the air of broadcasting. So I appreciate it. Have yourself a great day. We will talk again tomorrow.
Talk tomorrow, guys. Take it easy.
All right, thanks a lot. Bob Westfall from the Big 7 WTRF TV. I didn't realize they hit the Mega Millions this weekend. I think we had a ticket. I guess we didn't win.
Unless you bought the ticket in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, so I guess that means I got to come in tomorrow. Not that I mind, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm happy to come in tomorrow. I liked on the show. If I had won $568 million, I probably wouldn't.
You'd be on a yacht taking that beach vacation.
Yeah, I'd be the beach vacation, that's for sure. I'd be calling my buddy Pierre and saying, "Pal, you are now the official driver. Load up the truck, load up the car. We're hitting the road." All right. Today is the Vax. So the Mega Millions have been hit. Today is the Vax-A-Million drawing number 1 of 5 in Ohio. If you are an Ohio resident, if you have had your vaccines, and if you have registered on the website that they have, the Vax-A-Million website, you're eligible to maybe win $1 million in the lottery that's going to be held today. I still don't quite understand why. Drawing held today, winner announced on Wednesday. I'm not sure what the deal of all of that is. And then, of course, there'll be 4 more after that. Maybe, but tomorrow what we're going to talk about with Tyler Buchanan from the Ohio Capitol Journal, there are a number of Ohio Republican legislators who are trying to stop the Vax-A-Million drawing. They don't like the idea. They feel the money could be better used other places. Governor DeWine points out that it is federal money. It is designed to try to deal with the COVID issues, and certainly getting more people vaccinated deals with that. But there are some Ohio Republican lawmakers who are opposing it. So we'll talk to Tyler Buchanan about that tomorrow. Also, of course, it's Tuesday, so Tom Squidieri and I will talk about all the national stories, including the vote by Congress to start a Capitol Hill commission and the likeliness that it won't pass the Senate. All that's coming up tomorrow here on the Watchdog Morning Show. As for me, right now, good Lord willing, creeks don't rise, bat phone doesn't ring, don't get impeached, don't retire, don't overeat, and the ticker keeps on ticking. Teddy says it's okay. You go back to work tomorrow, Granddad. I'll be back 7 o'clock in the morning. Are you back with me, Biffy?
Back for a Tuesday.
We'll keep on doing it till we get it right.
That could be a long time.
Indeed.
The Watchdog is FM 98.1, AM 1600 WKKX Wheeling, FM 97.7, AM 1370 WVLY Moundsville.
The ABC News is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
Will be fully open for...
All right, Biffy, got a couple things scheduled already for tomorrow, so we should be okay. I got to find something else exciting, but we'll find something worthwhile. And I think my wife is out, but she actually asked, "Do I pick up breakfast for you?" If I tell her sausage, gravy, and biscuits, will I get any? Yeah, probably not. No. I might get Fruit Loops or cicadas and honey or something. You never know. That's right. All right, everything going okay up there? I forgot to ask you earlier. Everything's working all right? Okay, no problems over the weekend as far as you know? All right, like I said, I don't know if Kayleen's back today or not. Is she there yet? Okay, I don't know. I don't remember when she's... Yeah, I can't remember when she's coming back. But it's neither here nor there. I just wondered. All right, if you need me, I should be around. I've got a few things to do today, but I'll be here at the house. Maybe take a little ride with Teddy later. And like I said, if you need me, just give me a call. Otherwise, I appreciate your help as always, and I'll talk to you in the morning. Thanks a lot. Bye.
George Floyd's killing at the hands of police in Minneapolis. His family has been invited to the White House to meet with President Biden. You're listening to ABC News.
Let's be real. Mopping is a hassle. You have to fill the bucket, pushing a wet, heavy mop around, then cleaning the mop when you're done so it doesn't grow bacteria. A hassle on top of a hassle. Try Swiffer Wet Jet. With Swiffer Wet Jet, you start with a fresh pad and cleaning solution every time.